So hello guys and welcome to this video, and that is the scooter sensation, the OLA S1 PRO, an electric scooter. And in this video I'll be giving you a proper review and riding experience of this electric scooter. So like, share and subscribe. Link is in the description for the Instagram handle, and let's get riding. Okay, so riding the OLA S1 PRO, and it's so silent, man, this thing. And currently it's in normal mode, and the acceleration is quite good, yeah. But let's keep it as usual. So let's talk about the ergonomics bit of this scooter. So the footboard area is quite cramped, and otherwise the sitting position is very good, and even the handlebar is decently wide, and the height of the handlebar is also quite good. My height is 5'11", and I am quite comfortable riding this scooter, so that's a good part. And again, it doesn't feel awkward unless and until you try to hear the motor. So it's extremely silent, this thing. As you can see, it's quite easy to ride this scooter. It feels like a normal scooter when you hit the throttle in normal mode, and that's quite good. As you can see, it's doing 70 kilometers per hour, and that's 80. Brake setup is extremely sharp. The braking progress is very good. So talking about the motor, obviously it has got an electric motor, and it produces about 11.56 bhp and 52 newton meters of torque. Now all the game is of that 52 newton meters of torque, and let's see how it performs in hyper mode. So that's in hyper, man. It just goes, and that's 100. So in hyper mode it just accelerates with a lot of enthusiasm, and even the throttle response is quite crispy, as you can see. And where's the horn? So let me just try to find out where's the horn. So here's the horn, and in hyper mode it just accelerates. Oh, the initial pickup is even crispier than my Dominar 400. Oh, so that's epic. So let's just put it back in normal mode. So that's in normal mode now, and yes, even the normal mode is very good. It's very usable, and in my opinion, the normal mode feels more or less like a 125cc scooter in terms of performance. So that's a very good part, because obviously in the real world the main competition of this electric scooter is the domestic scooters that we are used to see in our Indian market, like the bestsellers, the Activa, and the XS 125, the Jupiter. So in normal mode it feels almost like those scooters. So that's a very good part. So as a concept or a whole product, the idea is brilliant, and as you can see, in normal mode it's showing about 128 kilometers range. So that's not bad at all for a scooter. So if you keep that in mind, this is a very promising range. And obviously Ola claims a range of about 181 kilometers, but no one is getting that. But it will get about 150 plus kilometers range in the near future with the software update. To be extremely honest, the performance that this scooter is offering, it's more than enough for a scooter. It's almost a lot of performance for a scooter, and to be honest, people don't need this kind of performance from a scooter, to be extremely blunt about it. Now we're on a corner, and the chassis is very good. This has got a single-sided front and a horizontally mounted monoshock at the back. So the handling is quite good. It is very nimble. It has got a longer wheelbase and 12 inches on both ends. So the handling is quite good. It stays quite planted, and for a scooter which can do this, it is very good. Now let's just put it in normal mode and see how it goes on the inclines. Now the main issue people will have with this scooter is like that I am on an incline, and it is struggling in the normal mode. So let's put it in sports. Now the moment you put it in sports mode in inclines like these, it has got good amount of progress. more than enough progress actually. So one thing that I just noticed about this scooter is that whenever you're on the brakes, the throttle cuts off. Obviously it has got a sensor in the throttle, so it cuts off whenever you're on the brake, and this thing will not move. Like I'm on the throttle and on the brake, so the throttle cuts off, and now the moment I leave the brake, it has got all the juice. Now if I have to sum up my riding experience review of this scooter, I would say that it is a brilliant scooter, unless and until you don't look towards the dark side of this electric scooter. And it feels good. It has got a lot of power, more than enough performance that you will ever need. So I myself use an XS 125 as my daily commuter, and you know that scooter has got decent amount of performance for a scooter. And while riding this, I feel that this is almost as comfortable as my XS 125, and the brakes are a lot sharper than normal scooters, and the suspension is very well set up. This has got really good handling, and in hyper mode it just becomes a different animal. So that's something. And obviously I'm going to do an acceleration test of the scooter, but this sums up my ride review of this scooter. So in 3, 2, 1, go. So the initial pickup is very poor in the normal mode, but as it gets going, after 40 kilometers per hour, it has got a very good punch, and now at about 81 kilometers per hour it cuts off. So 81 kilometers per hour for normal mode is, you know, more than enough. So after 30 kilometers per hour, it just surges ahead. And the power cuts off at about 96 kilometers per hour. Again, obviously more than enough performance for a scooter. For context, my XS 125 goes up to 95 kilometers per hour, and this goes up to 95 relatively quicker than an IC engine powered conventional scooter. So now let's take a U-turn and put it in Sports Plus or Hyper mode, and let's see how nice it is. Indicator off. Now it's in hyper mode. Let's see how fast it is. So wow, again more than enough performance that you will ever need or ever demand from a scooter. Now that's 116 kilometers per hour in hyper mode. So this is the scooter, the OLA S1 Pro, and in my opinion it looks like a masterpiece, man. It looks brilliant in terms of the looks department. So this is the side profile of the scooter, and as you can see, it has got the footboard area, which has got almost no space for a tall person, and even a person for my height is 5'11", I felt a bit cramped in this department. So this is not as spacious as a scooter should be, and this has also got this tunnel in the front, so the space is also not very well divided. So that's something. Let's check out this scooter from the front. So this is the front fascia of the scooter. It looks very good from the front. Also, it has got that futuristic design language, and this is the projector headlamps, and people say that this has got a very good throw at the night, and obviously that green number plate because it's an electric scooter. So this is a 12-inch rim, and the tire size is 110/70/12. So quite a beefy front tire, and obviously the single-sided front shock looks quite clean, but you know what happens to this front shock. And obviously the stickering of OLA. So OLA has gone for the minimalistic design language for the scooter, and these are the indicators. Now from this side, it has got no stickers on the sides. At the back it has got this S1 Pro sticker, and this is the tail lamp of the scooter. and obviously these are the indicators. And also the back tire of this scooter is again a 110 section tire on a 12-inch rim, same size, 110 70 12. So it is not under tired by any means, good size tires. And as I said, it has got a longer wheelbase, so that actually helps in its overall stability. Now coming to the back again, it has got this portion. Now this opens like this. This has got the charging socket. So here you put the adapter which powers this thing. It's not opening, let's close it. And this hasn't got any locks, so anyone can open this whenever you park your Ola, so that's not a safe thing. And again, this feels a bit flimsy in terms of quality. These are the grab handles. These feel quite sturdy, and the seat is very wide. As you can see, the seat is wide, and at the front it has gotten narrow. So as I was riding this scooter, it felt very comfortable to ride, and I don't know how a pillion will feel at the back, but the seat is very wide. So these are the buttons of the Ola S1 Pro, and by using these buttons you can activate various features of the scooter. The quality of the hand grips is very good, even the brake lever feels very nice. So now let's turn this scooter on, and for that you have to push the power button, and now you have to put the pin. Another thing, that this scooter is a completely keyless vehicle. You don't have any key, you have to put the password, then it turns on, and without the password this will not move an inch. So now it's on, and it has got that loud music when it turns on. And so as you can see, currently it's in park, and obviously side stand indicator, and kilometers all time. So this is the kilometers this scooter has done, and this is the range. So by using this button you can unlock the underseat storage of the scooter, which is a nice 36 liter in terms of capacity. Let's turn this off, and again back to this is the home screen, and now you slide it. So this shows the stats of your riding. So this says today's riding stats. Obviously distance 19 kilometers traveled, average speed 45 kilometers, top speed achieved 116 kilometers per hour. So as you can see, the top speed is also quite impressive. Obviously call service support at this number, and the display settings, dark mode, light mode, the brightness of the screen, passcode settings, about, so distance travel, this is basically the odometer, and the software version, Bluetooth address, Wi-Fi address, and sound settings. So this is the media volume bar, and obviously you can play music on your Ola S1 Pro, and this is the Bluetooth setup, system update. It's quite loaded, more than enough information you will ever need from your scooter. Back, it also tells the time. Now currently it's in parked mode, so it shows parked here, and side stand is on, the available range, and this is the home button, and it shows music setup and whatnot. So it's very nicely loaded, this screen. So let's talk about the conclusion part of this video. Should you buy the Ola S1 Pro? Well, in my opinion, the Ola S1 Pro is a brilliant product, but it has got its downsides. Obviously you all have seen those videos. This one has got rattles from the day one, so it has got quality issues. The software is not that potent as it should have been, and even the range, the company claimed range, is not there. So in my opinion, you should sit back and wait for the next model which Ola will launch as an EV, because that is going to be an even better, much better evolved product for the Indian masses. And if you want the S1 Pro, well, obviously no one is stopping you to buy one. It will be a good option. It is a good option. It will be a good buy, but you know all the issues that this scooter is having. So yep, this was my review of the Ola S1 Pro. Like, share and subscribe. Link is in the description for the Instagram handle. And as always, ride safe and keep riding hard. It's so silent, yaar.